Okay, kia ora, good morning everybody. Just an unscheduled broadcast from the road. I know that's probably terrible light, guys, but just bear with us as we come around past it. Hey guys, look, I just want to say good morning to you all, and the reason for this unscheduled broadcast is that I've just heard from a very, very brave mother in Papatoi. Good morning, Kelly, Hini, Robert. I just heard from a very, very brave family in Papatoi, and they had a very, very disturbing story to tell me. The story goes like this. Yesterday, the lovely 12-year-old girl who goes to Papatoi Intermediate was put aside as a child of interest, and I'll go into that in a second. Now, what happened was these parents had gone into the school and spoken to the principal and the teachers, saying that they did not want their child vaccinated with the vaccines that they do at 12 years old for young females. That includes the DTaP and all these other ones that they're forcing on kids at the moment. So they went in, spoke to the principal, and to the credit of the school, they completely concurred and agreed that it's the rights of the parents to say no to their child being vaccinated. But this is what happened. So yesterday, the local district nurses turned up with their vaccine kits to vaccinate children there. This young girl was then taken aside and told by the nurse that she had to have a vaccine. The little girl, and she's only 12, so how brave is she? She stood up and said, "No, I'm not going to have my vaccinations today. My parents have said no, and I don't want it." And the school is supporting us in our stance. The school teacher then said to the nurse, "This is absolutely correct. This young child here is not to have any vaccinations today. The parents have declined it, and we respect the wishes of the parents." That's all good. But listen to this, folks. The teacher then leaves the room, and the nurse then started to say to the little girl that she was naughty, that she needed to have it, all the other kids were getting it, that she was going to be wasting her parents' time because they're going to have to take her to the doctors at some stage to get her the same vaccinations. And just horrific, absolutely horrific. She tried to emotionally blackmail this little 12-year-old girl, standing up for rights, that she needed to get this vaccination done. Now, as I always say, this is about freedom of choice. This is not an anti-vax thing. This is about freedoms, right? And we all have to maintain freedoms and health sovereignty, medical and health sovereignty. So what happened was, she said to this nurse, "I'm not taking it. I'm not taking it." And the nurse tried several attempts to get this little girl to take this vaccine needle into her arm, and the little girl bravely said no. The teacher then came back in and said, "Look, what's going on?" And the whole thing sort of ended there. But it hasn't ended. So what we are going to do, this brave little girl, she is going to do a on-camera testimony that the brave mum is going to do today with her, and they're going to send me it, and we're going to broadcast this, and we're going to blow the lid on this, because we cannot accept this type of behaviour. And don't you think it's funny that they're trying to instill a culture of compliance around this issue? And that's why we are so very, very concerned that this whole COVID-19 vaccination program is going to deny our natural rights as humans to decide what we will do and not do with our bodies. And as I keep saying, we will not stand for having a vaccination needle forced into the arms of our babies. It's just not going to happen. It's not going to happen. And the sooner this government wakes up to the fact that there's one thing that's going to cause a revolution in our country, it's going to be that. It's going to be that. I'm like you all. I love peace. I love all people. I serve God. But we're not going to stand for this. We're going to have to blow the lid on it, and we're going to do that. But I'd like to congratulate this brave whānau for getting in contact with me and taking the stand that they're doing. It's just amazing. And I want to hear from anyone else across New Zealand that's had the same sort of attempts to covertly force medical procedures on our babies, because it's not right. We need to compile the information, and we need to make sure that it's documented, and we need to present it, because what we're going to do when we get into government, we're going to end this type of behaviour. And these are medical people that I feel are violating their Hippocratic oath to do the right thing by people. So guys, I just wanted to do this broadcast because it just astounds me that a so-called health professional in the form of a district nurse would try and do this to a little 12-year-old girl, to blackmail her, emotionally blackmail her into a corner where she felt that she had no choice but to take a needle into her arm, which she didn't want and her parents didn't want. So guys, just please get in contact with me. Let me know if you've been through anything like that, or anyone that you know has, because we're going to start documenting the evidence around this and collecting the testimonies and stories. And this is what the New Zealand Public Party is about. This is your voice, and we're going to give this whānau and all families that are going through this nonsense a voice. And again, it just astounds me that no one else is standing up like this and talking about these things, because it always comes down to rights and democracy and freedoms. This is what it's all about, along with the economic protections that we need. So just overnight, we're hearing more and more things about what's going on with this government, and they are totally out of control. They are out of control, and we, the people, need to bring them back into compliance with the wishes of the people, and that's what a government should be. It should never be a situation where the public fear the government and end up serving the government. It's the other way around. The government is to serve the people. All right, family, we're on the road to Palmerston North. Look forward to meeting you all tonight. I really do. And of course, for the other events this week, we're in Wairoa tomorrow at about 12:30, 1 o'clock. We've got a meeting at the Kahununu Wairoa Te Tai Whenua office, and so there's a lot of people who are going to come into that. And then we're in Gisborne on Saturday night, and then what we're going to do is on Tuesday we've got Tauranga, and Wednesday we're in Thames. So we've got a really intense few weeks coming up, but we're not going to let the pressure off. So thank you all, have a great day, and get out there, spread the word. And man, I cannot believe how the word is spreading about this movement that you guys have started with us. It's incredible. We were listening to Talkback Radio yesterday, and I heard this amazing lady on the Talkback and they were talking about Agenda 30, and this lady was talking away, and I thought, man, this lady's really onto it. And then she said, yes, and so I've been listening to Billy Te Kahika from the NZPP party, New Zealand Public Party, and he talks all about this, and they're standing for it. And so the host had to bite his lip, because it was halfway through a conversation and he couldn't cut her off. So that was really good for us. So lots more of that. Keep those messages going into media, telling them that they need to interview us. But we're finally getting our first invites from mainstream TV media, so that's really encouraging and exciting. Have a great day, everyone. I look forward to keeping in touch. I'll send you a brief from Palmerston North tonight. Take care and God bless. Kia ora.